Hey guys, welcome back to another TechShow video. Today I'm going to be taking a look at an old laptop I bought online for $10 US. The listing said this laptop was for parts only because it had not been tested and there is no hard drive. It does come with a power cable though, which is nice. This laptop is a Gateway M6824, a pretty low-end laptop sporting an Intel Core 2 Duo with ATI Radeon HD 2400 XT graphics, 3GB of RAM, and a 250GB hard drive, which has been removed from mine. After unpacking the laptop and looking it over, I immediately noticed some possible corrosion near the screen hinge and a very damaged spot at the top of the display. Not very promising so far. I plugged in the laptop and tried to turn it on, but nothing happened. The power light came on, but there was no fan noise and nothing showing on the display. I thought maybe nothing was showing on the display because it was broken, but I still didn't get any signal through HDMI or VGA. At this point, I was getting a little worried that maybe this laptop was water damaged or otherwise damaged in a way that I couldn't repair. But of course I wasn't going to let that stop me from at least trying to fix it, so I got out my screwdriver and began to take off the panels. The first panel gives access to the hard drive bay and the Wi-Fi card, and the second panel gives you access to the RAM and CPU. And what do you know, I think I found our problem. Not only did the previous owner take out the hard drive, they also removed both RAM sticks. The lack of RAM would definitely explain why it wouldn't start, unless of course there is another more serious issue, which is of course possible. Thankfully I had some RAM with me, so I dropped it in the laptop, plugged it in, turned it on, and success. Not only does the laptop appear to function properly, the screen seems to function as well, aside from the damaged spot at the top of the display. It's not ideal, but I'll absolutely take it over a completely broken laptop. Now that I knew that the laptop was at least mostly functional, I put an old 300GB hard drive in the laptop and a second stick of RAM, bringing this laptop to its max 4GB of RAM. I decided to go with Windows 7 Home Premium for the operating system. This laptop originally shipped with Windows Vista Home Premium, but the previous owner taped over the Vista activation key with the Windows 7 activation key, which will come in handy. When I tried booting from a Windows 7 install DVD though, I ran into another problem. Every time I tried to boot from a Windows 7 install DVD, I would get a message saying the computer couldn't find a boot device, or I would just get a blinking line. I also tried an Ubuntu Linux boot disk, and it booted halfway, but then the DVD drive started making some really weird noises. So the DVD drive is apparently not working too well, so I decided to try to boot the Windows 7 installation from a USB drive. For some reason though, that didn't work either. It just said operating system not found. Even when I tried with an Ubuntu USB drive, it just wouldn't boot for some reason. Admittedly, I could have written the USB drives wrong somehow, but I really don't think so. It seemed like no matter what USB drive or DVD or CD I tried, nothing was working. But after more than 5 hours of messing around with different stuff, I finally found something that worked. I had tried booting from the Windows 7 DVD with several different USB DVD drives, but this Samsung USB DVD drive was the only one that worked, on third try anyway. And I'm not sure if it was something with the Samsung drive or this laptop, but this was one of the fastest Windows installations I think I've ever experienced. I was in and out of the room while it was installing, so I'm not sure exactly how long it took, but the whole thing was definitely shorter than 30 minutes, which is a really short amount of time for a Windows installation. After installation had finished, and I had looked at the drivers to confirm that they were all properly installed, I shut down the laptop to do a thorough cleaning. From what I can tell, the previous owner took pretty good care of this laptop until they dropped it on concrete. It was pretty dusty though, like it had been stored in an attic or garage. It also appears they might not have used the laptop for very long before it got broken because there's not a lot of dust in this fan. On the other hand though, the trackpad is pretty worn down, so maybe the previous owner was in the good habit of cleaning out the fan. Either way, the fan was pretty clean, so it didn't need much care. It probably needs new thermal paste though, but I didn't have any when this video was filmed, so that will have to happen off camera. Now that we've got this laptop all clean and with the proper drivers installed, it's time to test it out and see what it's like to use this laptop. So I'm going to pause the video here for a second to talk to you from the future after the script is written. While I was playing with this laptop one night, I clumsily knocked it onto the floor, finishing off the already half-broken display. To be honest, I was pretty frustrated with myself, because I'm not a super good laptop repair technician when it comes to displays, and there don't seem to be that many replacement displays for sale for this laptop anyway. Thankfully, this laptop still works otherwise, and I found this mini HDMI touchscreen display that works great with the laptop. Windows 7 actually has some pretty good touchscreen support, which I never knew before. But anyway, for the rest of this video I'll be using screen captures of this laptop, since I obviously can't film on this screen. With a fresh install of Windows 7, this laptop is actually pretty usable, even with an old mechanical hard drive. It doesn't take forever just to open an application, and even web browsing is completely acceptable through Opera. I chose Opera because it usually works well even on lower end machines. If there's a browser that you think might work better than Opera, let me know in the comments. But YouTube videos actually play pretty well on this laptop as long as you keep it at 720p or below, which is still good enough quality. 1080p usually works fine too, but sometimes there are a couple dropped frames. Game performance was pretty much exactly how I expected it to be. I didn't even attempt to run any very modern games, but most of the games I tried that were older worked really well. One of my favorites, Extreme Tux Racer, runs especially well, and I've got to admit I spend a little too much time playing this game. Some random games I found online which probably gave me malware worked great as well. Even the 3D games with weather effects ran pretty well enough to be playable. Overall, this is honestly a great Windows 7 experience, and I'm assuming it probably would run Linux even better. Maybe that will be a future video. This laptop should be able to run Windows 10 also, but that's not very exciting because who even cares about modern Windows operating systems? But anyway, I think this is a pretty great $10 purchase, and I'm still really sad that I had to break it even more than it already was because it was still completely usable before my stupid accident. But that's how it goes when you're clumsy, I guess. Hopefully someone out there will understand the feeling. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate everyone who supports the channel by watching my videos. If you enjoyed this video, do consider subscribing to help me out. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.